Hi, YouTubers. Something important, something kind of damn important. So, video cigar gang right now. That's been motherfucking cigar gang for you motherfuckers right now. So, Guy Talk video number 145. Pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking amazing. So, anyway, for you motherfuckers right now, cigar gang roll call motherfuckers. Nice big ass motherfuckers like the big ass cigar. So, anyway, talk base right now. Essentially, for you motherfuckers is a question, which basically is how often do you get tested for STDs or HIV? So, actually, kind of a serious subject. So, this is actually kind of a damn serious subject. So, for you motherfuckers right now, which basically is essentially how often do you get tested for STDs or STIs or also HIV. So it's very damn important, especially if you're not in a monogamous relationship. If you're somebody who sleeps around, you're somebody who sleeps around, whether you're gay, bi, straight, doesn't really fucking matter, even though a lot of people stereotype and say, well, it's only gay and bisexual men that get HIV. Not true. Bullshit. Not true. Straight couples, straight people can definitely get HIV. Straight couples can also get STDs, herpes, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, crabs, all that kind of crap. It's not just gay couples. So I just want to know from you motherfuckers, if you're not in a monogamous relationship, sorry, hard to say, kind of a tongue twister, so how often do you get tested for STDs or HIV? Because it's very damn important, because if you're sleeping around a lot, you're having multiple sexual partners, which in general, I will say this, is not very fucking healthy. I mean, that's kind of fucking gross, honestly. It's like, to sleep around like every week, have a new sexual partner, and give a blowjob, stick your pecker in the girl's pussy, or stick the pecker in the asshole, or stick the pecker here, the pecker there, the pecker there. It's kind of gross, honestly. It's nothing that appeals to me. I knew of people who did it a long time back. I know of people who do it. It's like, I'm not somebody who's a big fan of the whole idea of having like one night stands. Like, I'm a virgin myself. I've never had sex myself. But even if I did have sex hypothetically, I would not be a big fan of like the one night stand thing where you meet a girl at like a nightclub, bring her home and fuck her and have sex in the ass or sex in the pussy, or give a blowjob, that kind of stuff. Blow her pussy. Because honestly, it's just not something that really appeals to me. So I think it's kind of dirty, honestly. So just a personal belief of mine. You can disagree with me. It's like, but I'm just fucking curious, how often do you get tested for STDs or HIV? Because it's very damn important, because if you are having promiscuous sex or sex with many anonymous partners, I think of Austin Powers when I think of that. So Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, the movie. So just being silly ass, like the big ass cigar. But yeah, if you are having sex with a lot of random partners, it's probably in your best interest, I would say probably at least like once a month to get tested, or once every couple months, because you don't know where that pussy has been, where that pecker has been, that cock has been. It's like, you want to be fucking careful, because the earlier you detect, for example, HIV is treatable nowadays. A lot of people think it's still a death sentence, but that's not the case. If you get on the medication early and you have good insurance, you have good money, and you get on the medication early, HIV is a completely manageable condition nowadays, unlike, 20 or 30 years ago, where it was considered like a death sentence pretty much. I'm not saying it's not serious. HIV is still very fucking serious, but nowadays it is a manageable condition, so you want to get tested frequently. I would say if like me personally, if I was sleeping around, hypothetically, if I was a sleeping around motherfucker, and I was sleeping around, constantly, giving blowjobs, or, not giving blowjobs necessarily, but more or less, sleeping around, sticking the pecker in the pussy, constantly, bringing a new girl home every night. I would want to get tested at least probably every 6 to 8 weeks for like HIV. And I also want to get tested probably every, month or so for like STDs, because, God only knows where that pussy has been. It's like, or God only knows where that, dick has been, whatever. So obviously I wouldn't be sleeping with a dick. It's like, because obviously I'm straight. It's like I'm straight, I'm a straight motherfucker, but you would want to get tested pretty frequently, because, you don't know where that person has been sleeping around. It's like, I would want to get tested pretty frequently. So just a personal belief of mine. Everyone has their own right to do whatever, because obviously we're all human beings, and, as long as you're over 18, you have a right to do whatever. It's like, you're a human being, you have rights. It's like, but it's just a personal belief of mine that I would want to get tested pretty damn frequently, pretty fucking frequently. So anyway, give me your thoughts. Bye, motherfuckers. Bye. Pretty fucking cool. Bye, motherfuckers.